Exodus 34 to 40. Well, in the ancient world, it was presumed that humans existed for the benefit of the gods. And Exodus 34 is going to set that idea completely backwards based on what Yahweh tells Moses. Of course, in the start of chapter 34, God comes down upon Mount Sinai with Moses in some way and explains his character or his name. And what you get is a list that's just fantastic, of course: merciful, gracious, patient, and so forth. Of all the things God could have said, I am. And this is actually the first time in the Bible that God expressly verbalizes his character. And it's quite a list. He also mentions, and it's important to catch at the end of this, that he will by no means clear the guilty. What he means is this is always a presumption within God's covenant that if you turn away from him, you can have a relationship that goes horribly wrong and be guilty and thus squander your chance to have a God who is this way. Of course, this is not, and we've learned this is not based on behavior. In verses 14 through 17 of chapter 34, in our reading, it says the only way really to let go of this relationship is to worship another God. So the point will be, and by the way, this will be something that biblical writers, well, Moses himself will do this, Joshua will do this, David will do this numerous times in the Psalms. They will quote this list in whole or in part, and they'll remind God, as it were, of his part of their covenant, and say, you promised that you would respond to me in love and patience and mercy. Even when, and think of David, right, how many bad things he does, David will have the nerve or the gall to say, God, you promised that you would be a God of faithfulness and love and forgiveness based upon my loyalty to you and my refusal to worship another God. This will also be part of what we call comparable monotheism in the Old Testament. Comparable monotheism. We have to be careful how we define monotheism often because we believe in one creator, but we do not believe in just one deity. There are numerous deities, as we've noticed, numerous Elohim. But when it comes to how to compare them, that's where we get monotheism. He's the only creator. He's the only sustainer. And here we go. He's the only deity that is good and truthful and patient.